What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. Today, I'm going to give you another glimpse into what goes on in prison. So I'm going to start this where I had left the SHU. I left Pelican Bay SHU, and I got sent back to New Folsom. This time I got sent to C facility in New Folsom. Now, C facility for a long time. When New Folsom had originally been built, A facility, as far as like the raza from Southern California, was kind of frowned upon. B facility was where everybody went, and C facility wound up being a stronghold for Northerners, right? And the Northerners did file some stuff in the courts in 2000. Now, prior to that, not only was it a stronghold for Northerners, Northern raza, but the administration did not want Southerners at all on C facility, because C facility had the main laundry, the main kitchen. It had a few different things over there to where they had contracts with outside entities. And if the yard goes on lockdown, they lose those contracts. Well, if there's no Southerners on the yard, the only beefs that may happen is the Northerners and the whites, right? However, if they put the Southerners on the yard, the Southerners will go at it with Northerners, with others, with blacks, with whites. It's been known to happen. They're more, they engage with just about anybody on the yard if something's, doesn't seem right, or something goes sideways on a deal or whatever. So because of that, they always would. The administration used to do this thing where they would bring out they would throw some Southerners on C facility. They would release all the Northerners, and then they would release like 2 cells of Southerners out there, and then the Northerners would jump on them, and then they'd slam everybody down and start shipping everybody around. But anyways, in 2000, the Northerners issued 14 commandments. They didn't want yard with whites or Southerners, and what that did is it forced them to be slammed down in their cells. So in 2000, more Southerners started coming to the yard. Now, 2001 is when I left the Bay. Before leaving the Bay, I spoke with a legend that I was very close to. I said, look, they endorsed me to New Folsom. I can't go to B facility. I have a victim there. It was a homie. He was still cool. But we had whacked him in Ad Seg. He had a check-in coming, and we whacked him in Ad Seg. So he was on B facility programming, so they're not going to house me on B facility. They have to house me on C facility. So I told him, I'm going to go to C facility. What's going on? I've told this portion a bunch of times. He said, there's no curfew there. They lifted the curfew years before, but he goes, go down there and see what's up. Like, you know what time it is. If you feel we can make money, then get money. If you feel it's not a place and an environment where we can get money, he goes, get a crew together and whack as many motherfuckers as you can. I said, okay, cool. So that's what I went down there with, right? I go down there. Within 2 weeks, 9 of us from Pelican Bay SHU come down. And we all know each other. We were on B facility together, and then we went to the SHU, and then we come down, right? So we were all in 8 block. That was Fish Row, and the dudes that were running the yard. Now you can go to Free World Robert, and he's got a video doing time with Dubs, and he talks a little bit about this stuff. When we got there, everybody was very nervous. That was already established there because they knew we were going to be coming down, and if anything was not right, we were going to be fixing it. I had my orders, and my focus was on setting up shop and making money. I did not want the responsibility of being in charge. Let other people do that and take all the heat. I'm going to do whatever I want according to the program, right? I get there and shit is just ass backwards. So I have to go and talk to the dudes, and it was 3 dudes working together, running the yard. And I didn't like nothing in their program. So I start telling them, look, Holmes, you guys, it's you. I'm not a threat to you. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, I'm not a threat to you. I don't want to have anything to do with what you vatos are doing. I'm going to make some feria. But the way things are right now, things got to be a whole lot tighter for anybody to be making money. This is not how the programs run at all. I don't know what you vatos been doing, and it had to be blunt. And so they started working on things, and vatos were fucking bitching and whining. No lie, within 30 to 45 days, like 50 dudes either rolled it up or got special transfers to other joints because we landed there and we were tightening everything up. Well, this story is about an individual. I remember what county he was from. I don't remember what barrio, and I don't remember his name, and I'm going to tell you why. I didn't like him. From the moment I met him, I didn't like him. Everything, he oozed snake. He oozed, like, he had that vibe to him where I was like, fuck this guy. And he didn't care for me at all because I was a hardliner. I was there and I'm going to fix this shit up. And if you don't get in line, you're going to get knocked down. And he knew it. He had been around longer than me. And so that was another thing where I was like, this vato knows better, right? Well, he had a hustle. There's a lot of different hustles in prison. And his hustle was, hey, let me get your social security number. It was tax season. He's like, let me get your, no, I don't even think it was tax season. He knew how to do this scam, right? And he would say, let me get your social security number and I'll get you $1,500. Just kick me down like $200, $300, whatever you feel is right. Go through your paperwork. If vatos that you whacked in the past that you know are no good, if you can find their social, because sometimes they would fuck up and you would get their socials. He was like, give me theirs too, eh? And I'll give you, for every social you give me, I'm going to get you between $1,200 and $1,500. It depends on what the return is. And you give me what you think is cool. So he would always get vatos in the fish tank. Vatos that just landed. And they all got money. Every one of them. But he's getting $200, $300, $500, whatever. He knows how to talk to who. If it's a youngster that's never been around, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give me $500, whatever." He was hustling, right? I have so many things to pay attention to. I want to pay attention to establishing shop and making money, but I'm fucking babysitting these dudes. Two of them were that dude's homeboy, the one with the fucking social scam, right? But I'm thinking, like, what is his angle other than the $300, $500, whatever, $100, whatever it is? And then I snapped because he pulled out a folder one day. And he's like, let me get this. And he's right. And I noticed it was page after page of social. So he's getting you a return one time. Next year, he's going to file 100 returns. And he's going to keep all that money. He only did the deal with you once, right? So I'm like, okay, this vato's a snake, but I got to focus on what I'm focused on. Now, one day I'm on the yard. I'm in motion. I'm busy. I'm doing something. And I hear this vato, the Social Security scammer. And he's bragging. He's talking about he made $30,000 a year on that yard doing those scams. And I'm listening to him brag, and he's off to the side of me, right? I'm in motion, so I got to move. I got to do something. But I made sure to look at him and make eye contact with him. And when we made eye contact, I saw in his eyes and in his expression, he knew he fucked up. And I just turned my head and I kept moving. So I went to his homeboys that were running the yard. There was 3 dudes, like I said. 2 of them were from his county. The other one was from a different county, right? I said, hey, Holmes, your homeboy so-and-so? I said, that social scam that he's running, that hustle he's got going, I mean, that's Firma, that's his hustle. But he said the last 2 years, he made $30,000, each year. And so I need to know who he's in contact with. I need to know if you Vatos helped him or who he's in contact with, period, that he sent 10 racks to him both times. He owes $20,000 to the Bay right now. A third goes to them, and I need to know, I need the names, who he took care of. They were like, hey, Holmes, that Vato, hey, this. And I was like, no. Everything's getting tightened up around here. This Vato's bragging about making money on a yard that belongs to somebody. And the people that it belongs to, they need their cut, and I'm here to make sure they got it. And they're like, hey, well, look, he does look out for somebody. I said, who? That's what I'm asking you right now. I'm going to get at that individual respectfully, and I'm going to make sure that he's aware, or they are aware, whatever name you guys give me or he gives me, I'm going to contact them, and I need them to know this is the amount that was made and what is the amount you received. And they don't have to tell me, that, but we need to get to the bottom of it. I don't like this high signing. His hustle was his hustle until he put it out there how much money he made. That's some serious money to be making if the right people aren't getting touched from it. They were like, man, you want to push it? I said, I'm pushing it. I said, I'm asking you, Vatos. If not, I'm going to go and get at him myself. And they said, no, we'll get at him. They get at him, and he's like, I'll tell him, I'll give him the names. 2 days later, he PCs up. There he goes. He had never looked out for anybody. He had a hell of a hustle going. But his big, stupid mouth caught my attention. This is why I say, this story right here is for those of you that don't like being told what to do. Those of you that like to run your own program. Stay your ass out of prison. There are rules in there, and you're going to abide by them. See, I had so much shit I had to focus on, so much stuff I had to do. I was fucking babysitting grown-ass men, telling them how to do a job they signed up for. That this dude, if he would have kept his big, stupid, fat mouth shut, he could have kept doing his little hustle, his scam. It's none of my business. But no, he had to brag. See, that's like when I see this new generation now, all they do is brag. And again, this Vato had been around longer than me. But see, he got comfortable because he had been on that yard, and that yard had been loose. You guys that have been following for a long time know those three wound up leaving. One of them, the two dudes that were from the same county, snakes, just like him. The other dude was Friedman. He got transferred to Centinela. And the other two dudes mysteriously somehow got snatched up and sent to B facility. But they made sure to appoint one of their homeboys from the same county, another fucking snake. They appointed him. And he's the one in the stories that we've told in the past. Free Will Robert has told this story. We wound up forming a little committee against him and stripped him of all of his authority. And then he got caught with a piece and went to ADSEG. But that's prison. That's prison in California. That is doing time in California. You ain't running your own program. If you get a hustle, it's an illicit hustle behind the walls, and you're making good money, believe people are going to look into it. How much money you making, and where's it going? Because you make $1 on the yard illicitly, 30 cents of that is owed somewhere. You don't get to make money for free. People paved the way for you to be able to be on that yard. People paved the way for you to be able to play on that basketball court and do those pull-up bars. Play on that soccer field. Whatever it is that they have on the yard, someone else spilled blood, maybe let out their own blood for you to be able to do that. And you're going to be doing the same thing so the next guy behind you can do the same thing. You don't get to run your own program. And you don't get to hustle and pocket all the money. Welcome to California prisons. That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe. Be smart and tell the ones you love that you love them, man. I'm out of here.